Hey Wealthy Hustler, I'm going to talk about the latest YouTube Partner Program change of 2018. Now, a lot of time and research went into producing this for y'all, so any engagement and subscriptions are much appreciated, as I still am a small YouTuber and I am affected by this. Now, there's a lot of great content out there covering the recent YouTube partner changes that have happened, but I hardly see any channels talking about the business logistics of why YouTube made the decision. Instead, they're just so caught up on the hatred YouTube has for small channels, but I simply don't think that's the case. For those of you who don't know, YouTube has changed their eligibility requirements from 10,000 lifetime views to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months. I'm going to explain my thoughts over this particular policy change YouTube is requiring because I believe this to be a game changer for small content creators. But before I do this, it's really important to mention YouTube's history so I can start from the beginning, go through the major problems YouTube has faced, and at the end, explain the potential solutions they have tried to implement in order to make it right again with the companies that have quit advertising with them in the first place. Now, if you don't want to watch this whole thing, I've organized timestamps in the description below. First of all, I want to start out with a fun fact, and YouTube was originally created by PayPal employees, and they got their investment from the former CFO of PayPal. But that changed at the end of 2006. You see, YouTube was a platform that was really hard to fund. It was really hard to operate because of the demand. They needed high quality servers, and they just couldn't afford it. That all changed at the end of 2006. That's because Google bought YouTube for $1.6 billion. But it doesn't end there. A lot of people criticize Google for this move. This is because they believed YouTube was too expensive to run and lacked a business model. Many people just simply didn't believe in a platform like YouTube. They laughed at Google and looked at them as the biggest suckers on the planet. So here we have Google, one of the most powerful companies of 2006, worth $37.4 billion. They buy YouTube for $1.6 billion as an investment. Not only that, but Google has a bunch of new critics saying that their new recent business move was a horrible one. Now, this is a very unhealthy mix, I think, and that's because you have a powerful company like Google, plus the oblivious critics who are pressuring Google, saying that you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to make ends meet with your investment that you made. And then you have Google knowing that they're going to change history and become even more powerful than they were before. Now, for the sake of this video, let's fast forward to the year of 2017. Surprise, surprise, YouTube's net worth is now above $70 billion. And as you all know, YouTube's AdSense program made the $70 billion valuation possible. So it's safe to say that Google changed history and gained more power by accumulating YouTube. However, like most business-minded people know, when something gets as big as YouTube, more people hear about it and more people want to make money from it. And YouTube just got a lot more content creators which wanted to use the advertisement platform, but a lot of the bad ones as well. YouTube calls the bad creators bad actors. And the bad actors consist of people like the terrorists, the pedophiles, and the copyright infringers. So as a result, you have all of these huge businesses like Walmart, PepsiCo, Starbucks, and Dish boycotting YouTube. They didn't want to be advertised on YouTube anymore because their stuff was being promoted by terrorists, it was being promoted by child predators, it was being promoted by copyright infringers, just the bad people. It made them look bad, it affected their reputation. So here you have pedophiles uploading disgusting videos and monetizing those videos. But perhaps the biggest problem that pedophiles created was persuading children to create inappropriate, disgusting videos, which some people downloaded and re-advertised on YouTube. For the terrorists, the word is pretty self-explanatory. These people pretty much uploaded videos promoting terrorism, and they were able to monetize these types of videos. The last group I'm mentioning is the copyright infringers. These bad actors just downloaded original content from other creators because they couldn't create content on their own apparently. Content such as music videos and strategies and guides that original YouTube creators created, the copyright infringers took, downloaded, uploaded, and monetized them. This is a huge problem, and many creators didn't like it. Now you have all of these low quality, disgusting, and yet terrifying videos being advertised on from huge companies like Walmart, Pepsi, Starbucks, Dish, and many more companies. It wasn't long until the advertisers caught on to this and quit advertising on YouTube. So because of this historical boycott, Business Insider estimated that $750 million plus of expected revenue has been lost. That's $750 million. That's a lot of money. Not only was YouTube losing a lot of money, but YouTube's most powerful content creators were noticing a dramatic decrease in their AdSense earnings, and something needed to be done. So what did YouTube do? Well, they scrambled to find a solution towards the ad boycott by investing heavily in algorithmic bots which found controversial topics and political terms. For the nasty pedophile problem, YouTube deleted a mass amount of videos, claiming that those particular videos were attracting child predators. YouTube terminated the accounts of several hundred YouTube users who had posted predatory comments on videos featuring minors, otherwise children. YouTube also removed ads from nearly 2 million videos and over 50,000 channels that provided family-friendly content. Now, it might seem like YouTube's recent moves were a good step towards the right direction. However, YouTube mostly resolved the pedophile issue, but the ad boycott problem was a growing cancer which needed to be cured. Now, what YouTube did to counteract this cancer, I don't think was the right business decision, because they provided unfairness, and anytime you provide unfairness within a public platform, you're gonna get negative feedback from both the people that are advertising and the people who are getting affected from the unfairness. Let me perhaps bring up one of the biggest examples of unfairness YouTube has shown in history. For those of you who don't know, the United States had a very traumatic event in Las Vegas last year. One of the most popular content creators, Casey Neistat, made a video stating that all ad revenue made from the current video would go towards the victims of the particular catastrophe he was talking about. However, YouTube's algorithmic bot didn't really like that, because of the terrorist content that it thought Casey Neistat's video had. YouTube simply just didn't want to take the risk with any tragic metadata and instantly demonetized Casey Neistat's video. Now, the really messed up part is when Jimmy Kimmel made a video over the very same content. Do you think YouTube demonetized Jimmy Kimmel's video? No, they didn't. And in fact, Jimmy Kimmel's video was monetized perfectly without any problems. Why did YouTube demonetize Casey Neistat, but not Jimmy Kimmel? The answer is pretty obvious, and that's because YouTube has the biggest networks which they're partnered with, and simply allowed basically anything to be posted, whether it's political or controversial, because they're whitelisted. So from this and many other unfair advantages YouTube allowed from these people, more advertisers and a lot of the YouTube community started to not trust YouTube anymore. And if you're a business-minded person, this might not come as a surprise to you, because huge companies at the end, they just care about their big partners, the money they're getting, not the people they're satisfying, not the people they're serving. But another important thing to realize is that even more of these big companies were losing a lot of trust with YouTube, and more advertisers were boycotting advertisements. So with both trust and revenue being lost, YouTube had to figure something out fast. Their algorithmic approach really didn't work. Let's fast forward just a few months into January 16th of 2018. This is the day they sent the slap in the face to all of the YouTubers, and that is a stricter eligibility requirement for YouTube partners. YouTube conveniently announced to everybody that instead of 10,000 lifetime views, a YouTube partner needs to have 4,000 hours of watch time and they need to have 1,000 subscribers as well. And if you don't have these two qualifiers met by February the 20th of 2018, then you're just not going to be a YouTube partner anymore. A lot of content creators take this as an insult and hate YouTube for this, and they're protesting and they're doing all of that, but really it's not going to change anything. Also, many people argue that if you don't have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours and you're trying to make it big, then you just suck at your job and really should lose your YouTube partnership. But this in turn really angers me, because a lot of these privileged YouTube creators are missing the point. They're missing that you have to start from the bottom. That small amount of money is what that YouTube creator is earning. It could potentially be their funding to get groceries or just help them make it big on YouTube by buying a camera or that screen recording software. Every last bit of revenue counts, and it helps motivate the YouTube creator tremendously. Also, I'd like to really point out, why did YouTube mention hours instead of minutes? YouTube always mentions the metrics of minutes compared to hours. I haven't seen YouTube once mention hours, so it's really suspicious to me. Are they trying to find the most dedicated content creators to actually times 4,000 by 60? For those of you who don't know, you need 240,000 minutes total of watch time. Lastly, it's worth mentioning that YouTube will grandfather creator features such as YouTube cards and end screens to former YouTube partners, even if they don't make the requirements by February the 20th. But sadly, for new YouTube creators, they're just not going to be able to have those detrimental YouTube features, which is really sad. It feels like YouTube has closed the doors, and the only opportunity they're allowing right now is the former YouTube partners to step up their game and make that threshold if they haven't made it already. Now, from all this, I have a few predictions, and it's important to note that I don't know what the future holds, but I'm just gonna make these predictions because I think it's really appropriate. The first one is that this is all about business, of course, and YouTube is going to become a lot more powerful because I believe they're going to earn their trust back with the previous advertisers which have boycotted them in the first place. In turn, YouTube is going to earn a lot more. The YouTube creators are going to earn a lot more, and YouTube is going to have a lot more real estate to advertise on. Furthermore, I'm predicting that YouTube is going to have more and more advertisers because they see this as a huge opportunity to get their word out there to more and more people, because the big dogs are the YouTube partners now. I also believe that the YouTube videos that are monetized are going to have a lot more of a ranking factor than they already do right now. And everyone can argue as much as they want. However, I have a belief that YouTube prioritizes their monetized videos over the demonetized videos. There's lots of speculation from the most reputable SEO geniuses on this planet that mention monetization looks like it's a huge factor with the ranking. And think about it. YouTube's a business. They're here to make money. If they can prioritize your video, which is monetized, then the answer is obvious. YouTube's going to prioritize the monetized video. I also believe that YouTube is enforcing this policy to see who the real dedicated YouTubers are. No matter what, if you want to make it on YouTube, you now need to be dedicated. And it doesn't take a genius to know that the threshold, if it's reset, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to make it as a YouTube partner. It's really sad, but overall this weeds out the least powerful from the most powerful, and I believe this is just what YouTube wanted. They want to be able to moderate their content better, and their old system just got way out of hand. Lastly, I want to put some motive in your brain. I personally am not a YouTube partner as of February 20th if I don't make it. What am I doing? Am I gonna stop and just cringe up and go in the corner and say, you know what, I'm screwed? No, I'm going to make content, and I'm going to make it as a YouTube partner. Despite all of the time that I don't seem to have, I see this as the last opportunity for YouTube content creators to make it on YouTube. This is a huge deal, and if you want to make it on YouTube, you need to simply believe in yourself. Believe that this is possible and make great content. Show YouTube you are the dedicated one and you will be rewarded. Tell your friends and family about all your videos. Promote your content on any other video. Say, I'm trying to make it. Gather your supporters. Everyone is supportive in this. I'm supporting smaller YouTube creators too. I'm watching their content. People aren't going to have a monetary incentive anymore to upload content. And the small creative geniuses are sadly getting shunned by YouTube. So if you have that next generation content, if you are very innovative, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have content that you think will make it and make a lot of money and make everyone's lives better, please dedicate your life to YouTube for this month. After all, there's really nothing that we can do about this, so the current opportunity and advantage that you have is in your hands. I hope this video gave you all a new perspective on this and motivation to achieve your dreams and become a part of YouTube. As always, live life on your own terms and have a great day.